hear you're not feeling very well today. Yeah. Feeling a bit sick, tired, stressed out. Yeah. I totally understand. I just finished, well, not quite, but almost recovering from being sick. And I know that it can be really frustrating and painful and really take a toll on the body when you don't feel well. So I'm here to give you a little bit of attention today and get you some tea and take care of you. Touch your face a little and just do things that are very relaxing for you, okay? And I'm also going to talk to you about ways that you can reduce your stress so that you can be healthier and you're less susceptible to getting sick, okay? So, first of all though, I'm gonna get you some tea. Now, I know that your favorite tea is English breakfast tea, because it's my favorite tea too. I drink it all the time because I love it so much. I even love the smell. But you're sick, so I'm not going to give you English breakfast tea, sweetie. No. I've actually prepared something else for you. And I'm just gonna grab it right here. It's in this teapot. You can see there's a big lemon. Basically, what I've made for you is what I call a non-coffee. And it's called a non-coffee because a former co-worker of mine, when I worked in a cafe, she used to tell me when I was sick, don't drink coffee, drink this. And I was a little skeptical, but so I stopped drinking coffee when I was sick and drank this. I just called it a non-coffee because I always had coffee. So what it is hot water, lemon slices, and you can squeeze in the lemon too and just throw it in. Even the corner of the lemon, because even the skin has the lemon flavor and the healing agent, so just make sure you wash it really well. About this big a piece of ginger that's been shredded or like grated in, and then like a teaspoon of honey, and all that gets mixed together. And because the ginger and the lemon and the honey are all really good for you when you're sick, I find that whenever I'm sick and I make this, I feel a lot better. Like I could drink 2 of these in one day and start to feel better. So I really encourage you to try it. So let me get your cup, okay? Okay. So here we go. I'm gonna put this right over here for you. Okay, so you need to drink it. Right there. And you can drink it while we are talking, okay? So I'm just gonna wipe your face a little bit with a little damp pad, okay? Shh. Don't worry, I see you're sweating a little bit, and I want to make sure that you're okay. And then I'm gonna put a damp cloth on your forehead, okay? So shh, don't worry, I'm gonna take care of everything. tea I made you, okay? And stay hydrated. It's very, very important to drink as much liquid as possible. I know people tell you this all the time, but you really should. It's really important. It really will help you a lot, okay? Just move this. Okay, now I've got a cloth here. I'm just gonna put it on your head, okay? Right here. Okay. Okay. And now I'm just going to gently touch your face. Relax, 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 relax. Okay. Now, I need you to listen carefully to the things I'm going to tell you, okay? Just relax. Close your eyes if you want to. Okay? Okay. You may feel there's nothing you can do about stress. Maybe the bills won't stop coming. There will never be more hours in a day. And your work and family responsibilities will always be very demanding. Okay? But you have more control over stress than you actually think you do. Stress management is all about taking charge of your lifestyle, thoughts, emotions, and the way you deal with problems. No matter how stressful your life seems, there are steps you can take to relieve the pressure and regain control. So all this stress and inability to sleep and relax is causing you to get sick, to catch a cold, to get a fever, and burn up. So I need to relax. Drink some tea. Drink it. Here. Drink. Okay. Good. A little bit more, okay? Good. Very good. Oops. Okay, don't move too much. Okay. Okay. Just relax while I talk to you. Okay. We all respond to stress differently, so there's no one size fits all, okay? But if you feel like stress in your life is out of control, it's time to take action. Stress management can teach you healthier ways to cope with stress, help you reduce its harmful effects, and prevent stress from spiraling out of control again in your future, okay? No matter how powerless you may feel in the face of stress, you still have control over your lifestyle and your thoughts, emotions, and the way you deal with problems. Stress management involves changing the stressful situation when you can, changing your reaction when you can't, taking care of yourself, and making time for rest and relaxation. R&R. The first step is to recognize the true source of the stress in your life, okay? What is causing you to be stressed out? Do you need more tea? Not yet. Okay. Just relax. Relax. It's easy to identify sources of stress following a major life event such as a job change, a move change, or losing a loved one. But pinpointing the source of everyday stress can be complicated. It's all too easy to overlook your own thoughts, feelings, and behaviors that you're constantly worried about that contribute to your stress levels. Sure, you may know that you're constantly worried about work deadlines, but maybe it's your procrastination rather than the actual job demands that is stressing you out and causing the stress. Are you a procrastinator? Do you procrastinate about everything and leave everything to the last minute when it all just becomes too much? That's not a good idea. I know it seems difficult, but you should really start working on something right away when you get it, and just work on it little by little each day and build on it. And then when it's almost time for it to be the moment you need to have it finished, all you really have to do is go look over the work you've done, and you'll find that your final editing or re-looking over it, you make a lot of changes, and a lot of better changes, because you've had time to let your brain process everything. So it's like when you write a paper or an essay or something, and you start writing it, and they always tell you to write a rough draft. It's true, because the next day you come back and you read it and you're like, what the hell was I thinking? Like, this doesn't look like it was me writing it. So it really does help, and your mind has time to think about what you were thinking about the previous day. Your mind has time to process everything and help you come up with a solution. So I don't know how many times I've told people, like, if you're studying or doing something intensely on a project, after like an hour or two, you need to stop for a few minutes, and like 5 minutes even, just go to the washroom, splash water on your face, have something to eat, just get up and go for a walk around the block or the office, whatever, and just let your mind rest for a minute and process everything that it's been digesting the last couple hours. And you'll find more times than not, you'll be able to come back and fix the problem or solve the problem faster. I swear, you really have to try it. Because your mind you keep staring at something, you can't see the mistake. You need to step back for a bit. And then it will definitely help. Also, things you shouldn't do to deal with stress are things like smoking or drinking, or, vices like eating, overeating, eating bad things. I know it's hard. I can't say that I haven't fallen victim to my vices in stressful moments or times when I don't want to think about anything, but you have to really try not to. You really have to try and think about the problem, deal with the problem. Don't hide from it or run from it. Just think critically and logically what you can do and what you want, and try and make that happen. And also very important to have communication in any form of your life, work, family, relationships. It's really important that you talk, express yourself to someone else, and allow them to express themselves to you without judging them. Because the only way to really trust someone and, be able to work together or build something in the future is if you feel comfortable communicating to that person, talking to that person. So you really have to spend the time to invest in that relationship. And that goes for everything. Like I work with children, and I would give the same advice, right? Children are people like anyone else, and they deserve respect and caringness, and I need to communicate to them, and they need to communicate to me and know that I'm going to be there for them, and they can trust me, and I'm going to help them. So, communication is probably one of the most underrated skills and talked about techniques that I think exist. So, just remember how important communication is. Let's see. So, one of the ways that you can deal with stress is get moving. That's right. Get off your butt. Maybe not right now because you're not feeling well, but when you start to feel better, you need to get moving. Put on some music, dance around the house, take your dog for a walk, or go cycling to the grocery store or the shops. Find a partner and work out with them. Anything, just the little things, because when you start to put yourself in like a lazy mode, you're just gonna stay in that mode, and it's gonna be hard to get out. So you just do a little by little each day, something small, as little as going for a walk every day, or getting up early every day, and eating healthy. I have a friend who is trying to wake up early and eat a healthy breakfast, and I think that is a really good idea. Not necessarily just to deal with stress, it's just a good lifestyle change to make, because it really sets you up for the rest of your day. And really, like, if you skip eating in the morning, your body is just gonna make you crave all the really bad things later, and you're gonna overeat in the nighttime, and that's also gonna lead you to be stressed out because you're not eating healthy. Your body needs what your body needs, right? It needs the healthy nutrients and vitamins. So when you start your day off with like a really good breakfast, or like eat fruit, cereal, granola, yogurts, then you're really giving your body a good start for the day. Another way to de-stress is to engage socially. So, social engagement is the quickest, most effective way to rein in stress and avoid overreacting to internal or external events that you perceive as threatening. There is nothing more calming to your nervous system than communicating with another human being who makes you feel safe and understood. This experience of safety, as perceived by your nervous system, results from non-verbal cues that you hear, see, and feel. So, there we go, back to communication, right? It's very important to talk to people, let them know how you're feeling, express yourself. Another tip is to avoid unnecessary stress. So, for example, learn how to say no. Know your limits and stick to them, whether in your personal or professional life. Taking on more than you can handle is a surefire recipe for stress. Distinguish between the shoulds and the musts, and when possible, say no to taking on too much. Avoid people who stress you out. If someone constantly causes stress in your life, limit the amount of time you spend with that person or end the relationship. Take control of your environment. If the evening news makes you anxious, turn off the TV. If traffic makes you tense, take a longer but less traveled route. If going to the market is an unpleasant chore, do your grocery shopping online. So basically find alternatives. Find another way of doing something. Make sure that you also accept the things that you can't change. So many sources of stress are unavoidable, as we know, and you can't prevent or change stressors such as death of a loved one, a serious illness, or a national recession. In such cases, the best way to cope with the stress is to accept the things as they are. Acceptance may be difficult, but in the long run, it's easier than railing against a situation you can't change. Acceptance. It's definitely a struggle to accept things that you don't want to accept. I know that, you know that, we all know that. But somehow you just have to, as shitty as something may be, you just have to accept that that's just the way it is. And you figure out how to deal with it being like that. So, refrain from problems. Try to view stressful situations from a more positive perspective rather than fuming about a traffic jam. Look at it as an opportunity to pause and regroup. Listen to your favorite radio station or enjoy some time alone. Look at the big picture. Take perspective of the stressful situation. Ask yourself how important it will be in the long run. Will it matter in a month? A year? Is it really worth getting upset over? If the answer is no, focus your time and energy elsewhere. Okay? Adjust your standards. Perfectionism is a major source of avoidable stress. Stop setting yourself up for failure by demanding perfection. Set reasonable standards for yourself and others, and learn to be okay with good enough. I can tell you I've never been a perfectionist, and thank God, because a lot of times things aren't perfect, and I'm very able to let it go. Not always, but it definitely helps when you can just say, this is not the best, but you know what, I have to just let it go because I have to hand it in, or it has to be done now. And there are situations where that is okay. It's okay. Nobody can be perfect. If everybody was perfect, how boring would that be? It would be really boring. Another really important thing is to make time for relaxation. So, just like right now, you're here relaxing. I know you're not feeling well, but this is a time for you to relax and be calm. So, that's very important. But you can also do things like going for a walk, or playing with your pet, or working in your garden. Or you can do, listen to music, watch a comedy. Sometimes I like to rewatch my favorite comedy shows. make sure you set aside time for relaxation, time for humor. Try to make sure you do something that you enjoy every day. And really important that you adopt a healthy lifestyle. Can't stress that part enough. You need to eat a healthy diet. You need to reduce your caffeine and sugar. You don't need to have 5 cups of coffee a day. You don't need to have coffee and soda or pop or fizzy drinks or whatever. Those are the enemy. Stop drinking those. Honestly, you just really need to replenish your body with water, because more than half of your body is made up of water. So if you drink water throughout your whole entire day, like a little bit all throughout your day, you're gonna feel so much better. You're not gonna get headaches. You're not gonna constantly crave to have caffeine. Avoid alcohol, cigarettes, and drugs. And very important that you get enough sleep. Adequate sleep fuels your mind as well as your body. Feeling tired will increase your stress because it may cause you to think irrationally. So it's very important that you get lots of sleep and rest, okay? So I'm just gonna touch your head gently for another few seconds to help you fall asleep, okay? Be calm. Be relaxed. Don't worry about anything, okay? Just don't worry about it. Put all thoughts aside and just relax. This is your time to relax. Okay, calm, 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 calm. Shh, shh, shh. Okay. Sleep. And I'll see you when you wake up, okay? I hope that you'll feel better.